Dear grade 12 students, how are you? Today we are going to do grammar lesson 9, causative verbs. Causative verbs. Causative verbs are verbs in which somebody or something causes somebody or something to perform some action. Again, the word causative is taken from the word cause. Causative verbs are verbs in which somebody causes somebody else, or something causes somebody, or somebody causes something to perform some action. In this chapter, we will look at two different kinds of causative verbs. One, older, like rise and raise, sit and sat, lie and lay, and a more modern way of expressing causative, verb plus object plus infinitive. Older causative verbs like rise and raise, sit and sat, lie and lay. The older set of causative verbs in a group of three pairs is a group, of three pairs of verbs that drive both native and non-native speakers crazy. So the focus here is on these three pairs of verbs: rise, raise, sit, sat, lie, and lay. To understand how the verbs in each of these pairs is related, we need to go back in time. At an earlier stage of English, there was a special ending that could be attached to an intransitive verb. Reminder, an intransitive verb is a verb that has no object, like the sun is shining. Shining here has no object. You can ask yourself, shining what? If there is an answer, so it's intransitive. Transitive verbs must have objects. I saw Bob. I saw who or what? I saw Bob last night. So saw here has an object, so it's a transitive verb. The sun is shining, we said this. The ending created a new transitive verb, the ending which was added to an intransitive verb in the past, with the meaning of to cause the action of the initiative verb. For example, if the ending were attached to the verb jump, the new verb would mean to cause someone to jump. If it were attached to the verb sleep, the new verb would mean, so they used to add some letters to the end of the word or the verb sleep to give a new meaning, to make someone or cause someone to sleep. Adding to the confusion, at a later stage of English, this causative ending produced a sound change in the transitive causative verbs, so that the original intransitive verbs and the new transitive verbs or causative verbs no longer had the same vowels. This same vowel change is also responsible for many irregular nouns in English. For example, man is changed into men for plural, not by adding an s. Tooth, teeth, mouse, and mice. Let's focus on the first pair, raise and rise, or rise and raise. The intransitive verb rise is intransitive, right? The sun rises. Rises what? We don't have an answer. In the east. The curtain has risen and the play is about to begin. Has risen what? No answer. We rose what? No answer. Okay? As you would expect, the causative verb raise is a transitive verb that means to cause someone or something to rise. Raise in the meaning is virtually synonymous with lift. Look at this example. I'm lifting the window that goes up and down. I'm raising it. This means I'm causing it to rise. I'm causing the window to rise. They raised the curtain and the play began. Raise here is a transitive verb. Raise what? The curtain. This means they caused the curtain to rise. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. This means cause your hand to rise. Over the years, the meaning of raise has broadened considerably. For example, it has earned new meanings. She raised 3 children. Raise here means bring up, and a lot of cotton is raised, is grown. He raises money, he gets or collects money for non-profit organizations, and so on. The intransitive verb rise is irregular. Rise, rose, risen. As you can see here, rise, rose, risen. The causative transitive verb is regular. We add ed or d only. Raise, raised, raised. And you know this. We have exercise 9.1. Use the correct form of rise and raise in the blank. The first question is done as an example. Whenever a judge enters a courtroom, the court clerk says, "All rise." Okay, rise here means stand up. You rise. Rise what? It's intransitive. Number 1, the plantation owners in Virginia grew rich. Tobacco, rising or raising? Of course, raising, which means growing. Raising, the answer is raising tobacco. Number 2, musicians who work late into the night, never before noon. They never, bravo, rise. They never rise, R-I-S-E. Our electricity rates have been at about 20% a year, have been rising, going up. The rates are rising. Do you think you can the money? Do you think you can? Of course, getting the money means raising the money. Raise, R-A-I-S-E. Number 5, the captain, the anchor, and the boat got underway. The captain raised, of course, raised. We have an object here. I was born in Kansas, but raised in California. I was brought up in California. Number 7, Congress has again voted to raise the ceiling on the national debt. Raise what? The ceiling. Number 8, a tide lifts all boats. A rising tide, because we don't have an object here. Number 9, here we have skirt length and falls. So it rises and falls, rises and falls. Number 10, a lot of eyebrows were raised when the congressman said that. Thank you, that's enough for today.